in, about 5 minutes, I believe, here looking at the time, where it is going to be a two-part segment, obviously, here, tuning in for Pikmin 3 Deluxe Deep Dive, and then a new stage and gameplay of Hyrule. So this is going to be interesting. I'm excited to see what happens here. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what else to say there. Let me know. Are you guys excited for this? What are you thinking? I'm very much on the fence about Age of Calamity. And I have said this before on the show. I like the idea of it. I like the world of Breath of the Wild. But I've never been a Hyrule Warriors fan. So that kind of doesn't really super interest me. However, man, Breath of the Wild, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want more of that. We know we're still going to probably be a little while till we get Breath of the Wild, the next iteration of Breath of the Wild. So let's go. You know what I'm saying? Let's figure out what's going on here. So I'm excited. I like I said, I have mixed feelings, very mixed feelings. Folks, let me know in the chat. What are you thinking? Is it mixed feelings for you as well? Are you excited for it? Now, Pikmin 3. Let's talk a little bit of Pikmin 3. I already have that, you know? I already have that. So I'm probably not going to buy it again. I know it's a deluxe version. I played it a little bit on my Wii U. I didn't super play it a lot, so I don't really want to be spending some extra money on it. So yeah, I that's kind of my feeling towards it. We're kicking off here in about 2 minutes, guys. In the chat, and folks, let me know. What do you think? Are you excited for either of these games? Again, probably Hyrule Warriors, Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity is probably the one I'm the most interested in, but I think it's only because I really want more Smash. Are they going to be able to sell me on it here? I don't know. Maybe. It's possible. Possible that I'll pull the trigger on it. Yeah. Find it interesting that if you think Pikmin 3, right? So looks like Nintendo's winter or holiday lineup is going to be Pikmin 3 Deluxe. It's going to be Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, and it's going to be the Pokemon Ultimate Deluxe version, whatever it's being called here. That appears to be their lineup. Now I'm going to go full screen because we are just a few minutes away from this thing kicking off here. There we go. Don't need to see the chat, right? I find chat sometimes very toxic. I guess I could hide the chat too, can't I? Tell how often I do this, right? Let's see here. I could hide the chat. But our chat is never toxic. Other chats are toxic. Let me be very clear on that one. Hide chat. Hide chat. Oh, is this us? I don't know. Are we starting here, or did I just hit the wrong button? Any of that is possible, by the way. No. Okay. Hide chat. I want to hide the chat. Hide the chat. There we go. There we go, folks. And obviously, if you're like, hey, I don't hear any audio. No, you probably won't. Yeah, it should be starting soon. You should be piping. We should be able to pipe in the audio once you hear it as well. Mikey Dreamy, thanks for Dreamer. Thanks for joining. I'm most excited for the Justin commentary. Let's see what happens. You know, it's you never know with these kind of things. I'm refreshing again because we are at that 11 o'clock. Thanks for joining again here in the chat. Here we go. Starting soon. All right. Well, we've moved along. We have moved on to the starting soon banner. What say you folks? Let's go full screen? Yeah, let's go full screen. Yeah, I'm very indecisive today, obviously. There we go. Starting soon. I'd say here you go. All right.
Hi everyone, I'm JC from the Nintendo TreeHouse, and this is Nintendo TreeHouse Live. Nintendo TreeHouse Live is a way for us to give folks a sneak peek of some of the games and projects we're working on. In this case, we have 2 projects to show you today. Later in the program, we're going to give you a look at Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. But first, we do want to give you a look at a game that very, very near and dear to us in the TreeHouse, which is Pikmin 3 Deluxe. And who better to show us through a Pikmin game than our man Corey. So Corey,
I don't know. Is Corey the better of the options? I mean,
story mode, if you will.
tough to say. I don't know enough about Corey to make that decision, but if you want to, that's fine.
Corey, you want to kick us off?
Yeah, thank you. It is my pleasure.
Jumping right in.
Anything Pikmin related. As you mentioned, JC, we are showing Pikmin 3 Deluxe today, and right now we're in story mode, probably about 5 minutes into the story, past the introduction.
One of the things that I found they did with the last game, Paper Mario, when they did their TreeHouse event, is I found that they showed too much. And it ruined some of those little moments. Now, Pikmin 3 is a game that's been out for a very long time. So I'm not really worried about spoilers here, but you know, I really hope they don't. I hope they don't kick off too much.
Are very curious. They're very loyal, and you'll be using them throughout your adventure. So I just called a few red Pikmin out of the base here, and you notice I'm skipping a few of the prompts. I'm going to be doing that a little bit throughout this, just in order to keep the flow going, as well as not to spoil the game for everyone as well.
Well, there you go. Okay, so they're going to actively try not to spoil. All right.
Around, you're able to see that I control my explorer, and the left stick also controls this red cursor as well.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm all the way out of range, it also moves the explorer. If I push the A button where the cursor is located, you'll toss a Pikmin to that location.
Here's the thing. Despite me saying I'm not going to pick up Pikmin, which I'm actively, you know, going to try not to, I do think it's a cute game. Right? Pikmin lost in a garden, you know, these little creatures, adorable, lost in a garden, super adorable. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing here that isn't super cute. You know. So I do think, like let me be very clear. This is not a Justin hates the Pikmin series. None of that. Just right. If I already got it on another console, should probably be using that maybe. Oh, gyro. Okay. Pointer. All right. So lots of, I guess it looks like some options there.
Totally optional for player preference on how to control the
okay. Welcome to chat, Timothy Off, Neo Prime. How are the levels, guys? Do we hear all right? Not a lot there, Tim. They literally just jumped in. We can confirm. What can we confirm for you? Geo or gyro.
See that there's sort of a radar being pulsating over here across the water.
I should maybe hook up my Wii U, and we should do. Thanks, Timmy. I should hook up my Wii U. We should do like some streaming of this.
We're finding out with the game tells us that red Pikmin are not able to go into the water. Water is lethal to them. So fortunately, I can use my whistle with the.
Pull them back. Don't let them die, you monster. Corey, come on now.
Because the Pikmin are so helpful throughout my adventures, you really do grow a bond to them, and you do not want to lose
again.
anyone.
They are adorable.
But there's a little creature over here that wants a lunch too. So
yeah, it looks hungry.
Yeah. These yellow things that you'll come across are memos, which can often give you a brief hint on how to go about your adventure here. So it recommended me tossing a Pikmin on the back of that creature, which if I toss a couple more, we'll be able to carry that creature back to the base to get more Pikmin. And I actually tossed some Pikmin on this bridge tiles as well, because what we're able to see is even though I can't cross the water yet, if I collect enough bridge tiles with my Pikmin, they'll be able to build this bridge. So while they are
again,
those tiles,
I want to be clear, because here's
that there's a few more bridge
and the Wicked Witch of the West is.
But I need to break down that wall. So if I toss a couple Pikmin at the wall, they'll start breaking it down. But they'll go pretty slowly. So if I want to speed up the process...
Are you looking for anything in this, Tim asks. I don't know if I'm looking for anything in specifically. I just think it's interesting to hear. I'm a little bit more interested in Calamity than I am Pikmin, I'm going to be very honest with you. And here's the other part. I've said I'm not picking this game up. I'm not going to pick this game up because I already own it on the Wii U. I want to be very clear here. It's very possible this game may be picked up. You know what I'm saying? Like... You know, I'm gonna if Nintendo sends us a copy, I'm not gonna say no to it, right? That's been known to happen before.
big.
But like I said, I don't like. Again, I have it on the Wii U. I really, if it's a port game, if it's a game that's being ported, and I already have a copy of it, I struggle to pick it up again. That's my opinion on ports.
This living thing that's telling me what to do, right? But at the same time, you know, it's kind of curious about you. Open eyes, full of wonder. You know, it's kind of relying on you to kind of help it, right? And so.
Oh no, the Pikmin 100% require you,
At
JC.
times you may encounter some enemies, and Pikmin may.
You need to be protecting. Dying might be the word. Yes, they may die. Let's be clear.
However, if you put Pikmin in a bad situation, it's kind of your fault. It's not theirs. So take care of your
Wow. Wow, shots fired by JC, right? You let them die. That's on you. That's on your conscience. Thank you, Nintendo.
You're constantly needing to whistle.
Nothing like Pikmin guilt.
And we're coming up against our second creature of the game here, which is a larger version.
Go on, Corey. Let's see you have some Pikmin guilt. Go on, send them. Let's see what happens when they die.
As I creep around here before waking them up, I did want to point out.
These are the hot takes that you come to Nintendo Dads for, right? Pikmin guilt. That guilt is on you for killing them. Oh, look at photo mode. Photo mode is in everything nowadays.
Which is that pint-sized view. So
right.
We've got this Pikmin's just looking at me waiting for his next door.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy. But it's a fun way to take pictures on your journey, as well as almost feel like you're kind of on this nature safari.
I can see every influencer streamer who's getting this game early, and there's gonna be a picture of them like sitting in their garden playing on the Nintendo Switch, of like, hey, I'm playing with my Pikmin in the garden. Like I can literally see the social media influencer Instagram Nintendo shots right now with like a Pikmin plushie. Calling it right now. Watch for Roger's base. That is going to happen.
And you mentioned that you just used that feature a couple times. I do want to point that out because I really, really like that feature, which is the log-on feature. If you're familiar with the Pikmin games, you'll kind of remember that there was no log-on feature. You had to kind of.
I do think that there's a little bit of a miss. I shouldn't say a miss, but like, why are we not Pikmin 1 or Pikmin 2 as a collection? And maybe it's the remaster part. It's maybe putting too much work in. I don't know.
Hot swapping between different log-on targets. So I really.
Oh no,
yeah.
Brittany's just lying there.
Objects and enemies.
Garden shot? That's exactly it. Absolutely. Great idea. We'll do that too. Dang it, Tim. That's not the point.
We're coming across Brittany. We're getting a little bit closer to her. We are seeing that fortunately she's okay.
She's not wrong, though. I mean, we'd probably do that for sure.
Take a little bit of a nap, and she needs to be rescued now. She's kind of still trapped.
Rescue me. Rescue me. I don't know.
Yeah. The explorers do speak a different language, so fortunately we as the players can see the subtitles there. Very cute language.
I'm not going to lie. Again, if I'm thinking of my kids would probably love this game. Right? It's a garden. My youngest, Morgan, she loves gardening. She loves these kind of things, so she'd probably be all up on this. I'm probably going to pick this game up, aren't I? It's probably going to happen.
Because my
That's on me.
explorer cannot jump, the only way to reach this item is actually
Pikmin 3D All-Stars. Yeah, and they won't do any work on that one either,
you
Tim.
See that number 3 on the bottom. That indicates that the
And
minimum number of Pikmin
you can learn math.
is 3.
Right? Maybe you can throw a bit more. 5 of 3. There's some fractions going on there. Is it math orientated? No, not exactly.
So I can leave them on their own, and they'll do it. As we're trying to continue on and rescue Brittany, we need to get past this wall, but we're finding that this wall, red Pikmin can't break
A specific type of Pikmin.
So another new feature that
You are so excited.
is these optional hints that
You know what? I'm going to be honest with you, Tim. I'm in a bit of a cranky mood today, so this is maybe not the best of Justin streaming today. Who knows? Who knows? But again, this is why you're here. This is why you're here, is for these hot takes on Nintendo and Pikmin.
It's guiding me to a nearby cave here to maybe find what we need to progress.
To find more
At the
Pikmin.
top of the screen, you'll notice that kind of sun meter. Kind of.
I do see that sun meter. Thank you for talking about that.
That kind of indicates how much time Corey has to get through his tasks because, well, let's just say nighttime is not very nice to Pikmin. You want to make sure you get them out of.
Tell me more about that. What happens?
And that actually ties into the hints also. So if this is the first time for you playing the game, if you really just want to make the most out of your day and you want something, some kind of hint, feel free to use them, and just it'll help you kind of explore different ways and different methods that maybe you weren't aware of yet. So definitely use it.
Rock Pikmin.
After defeating this enemy, we discovered that there was a new type of Pikmin that were actually inside that creature. These are rock Pikmin, and we didn't go into detail.
Go smash some glass, you know what I'm saying? Let's go.
Their own specialties. So we're learning here that rock Pikmin have the ability to break sort of these hard crystals or glass.
They will break stuff.
Which red Pikmin would not. Later on, you'll see that blue Pikmin are the only Pikmin that can go in the water.
All right, well, little Pikmin orientation.
Now that we've got that enemy defeated, I would like to basically sprout a few more rock Pikmin. So I'm going to ask those rock Pikmin to bring it back to the onion, and we will pluck some more rock Pikmin out before we continue our adventure. Again, one of those memos that pop up, letting you know a little game tip.
Good tip.
I love the adorable kind of 2D artwork on those as well.
Again, it's a pretty game.
So we've
It's
got
looking
our
pretty.
rock Pikmin. We've got our red Pikmin. I feel confident we can head out of this cave now. Oops. Reorient myself.
Anyone else just wanting them to smash that thing that's in there? Come on, you you walked away from a golden, I don't know what that was, note or something.
This wall that we could not break down earlier.
There's a completionist in me that's just
Try to
twitching.
red Pikmin, we'll see that nothing really happens, but if I push the L
What you
button,
doing
swap between
Treehouse? This stuff
now
that is not Apex.
rocks.
You're a funny fella. You're a funny fella, Tim. I'm gonna be honest with you again. I'm looking. I want to hear more about Calamity. Calamity right now is. I'm on the fence about that. This one. This is a no for me. Just again because I already have it. But again, I'm a weak person. You know what I'm saying? I'm weak, and I know my kids would like this, and it's local multiplayer, and they're probably not going to play the Wii U. There's just a lot going on there. A lot going on.
Happy to no longer be confined. So now that they've reunited here, I'm able to use both Brittany and Alf at the same time.
Also, Neoprime, Tim, I see you there. If you're teasing me that Apex was Shadow Drop today, and I'm doing the Treehouse as opposed to playing Apex, done. This will be the quickest end of the stream ever. You can catch me in about 3 minutes after with Apex going on.
Toss her some Pikmin, and then
There you go. Look at this person go.
While you're playing, you can push the Y button and switch to Brittany.
Switch to Brittany.
See that she's able to, since she's on.
This is where if I was a really good editor, we'd do this Nintendo Switch click, and then it's like Britney Spears doing Toxic. I'm toxic. Da, 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 da. I don't know.
We would see that if I tried to throw red Pikmin at her, they would not be
I'm in a cranky, bitter mood today. I probably shouldn't be streaming. Oh well. Again, hot takes, folks. This is why you're here.
But since we do have two explorers now in the game,
You do have two explorers.
I thought it could be a good time for you to hop in, since with Pikmin 3 Deluxe.
Oh, look at this. They're going to tag in JC.
The story mode together. At any time you can just pause.
Oh, anytime you can go to co-op. Nice. Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we'll see the screen.
Oh, and it is split screen.
With me on the left, JC on the right.
That's nice.
He doesn't have any Pikmin right now, so
I'm
he
lonely,
can't
give
really
me
do
some.
much on his own.
Can you take some of your
I'm gonna
Pikmin?
throw some red Pikmin your way.
He can.
You'll just have to whistle at them, and they'll be in your party.
Appreciate that.
And I'm gonna keep.
I do like that. I do like the split screen. That's cool. I don't remember if the first one had that. I don't think it did.
Up here that are carrying crystals.
Hey, chat, do you guys remember online with this Pikmin? Are we able to play online? Could Tim and I get on to Pikmin together, some Discord? Because obviously there's no voice chat Nintendo.
They're gone.
And coordinate, Pikmin stuff. Chat, keep me honest.
I'll start doing this.
Okay. There is a bridge we found. And
Again, though, but I mean, if I'm putting my hat on for the parenting perspective, local couch co-op, Pikmin, mwah, brilliant. And the fact that you can jump in and jump out when you need to, that's brilliant, right? Because the kid's getting frustrated. Dad, I can't do this. You know what? Hey, sure, let me jump in. Boom. Voice chat via mobile app, probably, if online is available. Yeah, if online is available. You mean their mobile app? Where is it? The thing that they do nothing with, essentially, there, Tim? This thing right there? This thing? Yeah, this? That they do nothing with? Oh, I'm sorry. The 3 games that they have in there?
Red one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So our bridge should be done now.
Yeah. First look at co-op, split-screen co-op. New to story mode. Okay, so that is story mode, so that's good there. Again, from a parenting perspective, that's cool. I do like that. Yeah. Yeah, you use a mobile app all the time with Animal Crossing? Yeah, I know you do. Because you're an Animal Crossing fiend, Tim. You're awesome. I like you, though. I like you a lot.
We need some pellets that we can bring back. And as we make our way back, you're going to notice that we're actually back where we started.
This I do like. This I'm willing to bet you that the original game didn't have the split screen local for sure, right? It would not have had that because you would have had to use like the gamepad, and that wouldn't have made sense.
Actually, break down earlier when we first started. So since I found rock Pikmin, I'm going to
bust down those rocks. You know, let's go, son. Let's go.
And we didn't talk too much about this earlier, but any piece of fruit that you saw, we got the strawberry earlier.
We did get the strawberry. It was a real journey.
And the more fruit you collect, the more days you're going to be able to explore this world. So
okay, some resource
that's
management.
How fruit, plays a role in the game's story
Right.
mode. Brittany here is noticing that we got a new radar kind of detection from elsewhere on the map. So
Brittany's a smart one. She's on top of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Oh,
another tip.
more tips. More of these golden tips.
Fire resistant.
Looks so defiant in the face of fire. Look at that. I just kind of enjoy it. Okay, I'm going to take out this
some
enemy
new
that's really
creatures
fire.
here. All right. Oh, and I did not listen to that warning, but my rock Pikmin's lit up like a birthday candle, and he's freaking out. Similar to Pikmin, if they're drowning, as long as you whistle at a Pikmin in peril, as long as it's in time, they'll come running back to you, and they will.
Eggs? What's going on over there?
Here, it's just letting us know that we
Oh,
got some
okay.
bridge materials, but this time it's on the opposite side of the water, so there's going to be a little bit more complications in order to get those bridge pieces.
All right. Well, you know.
All right.
Taking this.
I also have some red Pikmin in my party, so rather than continuing to burn my rock Pikmin, I'm going to try to use my red Pikmin as well. Oh, thank you. Teamwork.
I got you.
Nice.
There you go.
All right. So.
Okay.
those
All right.
enemies have been felled. All right,
Lock
so
on.
At this point, there is the bridge that we cannot cross on the left. JC, if you kind of come up to where I'm at, I'm going to hold down the Y button, which will allow you to join my party, and then I can toss
Toss them over. Toss those Pikmin. Let's go.
Throw some rock Pikmin over to you, because I think you're going to need some rock and some red.
Sorry, I was slightly not paying attention. Did Brittany toss Pikmin guy, Olimar, over the thing?
Ooh, yes.
Yeah, he did, right? I know he tossed the chat.
Oh, nice.
Who else is here in the chat? In the chat, we have also got Mikey Dreamer. Oh, we got some more people actually jump in the chat as well. Did they start off with Pikmin? Yes, they did.
And one of my other favorite features.
Onyx Music, they did start off with Pikmin. We are about 25 minutes into, or 20 minutes into this thing, and they jumped right in. There was no real warm up on this one, folks. So, yeah, thanks for jumping in the chat, folks. I appreciate it.
Do some autofocus. Oh, wow.
Folks who are in the chat, let me know. Are you thinking about picking up Pikmin? Are you going to get this game?
Guidance. They need love and support and all the other things.
I love taking photos. Okay.
Back
to work.
So we're good.
Actually, the one other feature I wanted to showcase briefly is another new feature to Pikmin 3 Deluxe, which is called the Piclopedia. And here, any creatures that you come across in the game will get their own entries, and you can, once you go in, you can tap on it and see different entries from different explorers in your party. So we've got Alex here that's commenting on this dwarf bulborb. Since we've got Brittany, we can see her comments as well. There are spaces for 3 additional explorers notes, so you can imagine that there will be some other fun notes to read about as well. But I find that it's really fascinating to come in because each explorer has their own take on how they talk about the enemies and creatures you come across.
Very cool.
So yeah, that is probably enough
It?
story mode
Oh.
for now.
Oh, they're moving away from story mode. What are they
I'll go
gonna?
ahead and-
Don't want to ruin it. Don't ruin a game that's been out for like 6 years for us, Treehouse.
Called Side Stories. These are some elements where...
If you guys are in the YouTube chat as well, let us know. Throw it into YouTube, guys. What are you thinking? Are you getting this game or not?
prior to
Let me know.
the main story of Pikmin.
Never was never for me, but for people who love the series, I'm excited to see them here for Age of Calamity.
Remember we mentioned the whole
Music, I'm here with that as well.
kind of passing
Music,
over
I am
the
definitely in on that one.
time, in
Want to know more?
For those people, there's actually a much more difficult mode for you. So, want to talk
Yeah,
about that one?
yeah, there are three difficulty modes in story in Pikmin 3 Deluxe. There's normal, hard, and there is even an ultra spicy difficulty setting, which gives you only 60 Pikmin can be in the field at once.
Oh, that's interesting.
As well as some additional challenging elements.
Okay.
So those-
Scalability, or so you can do some changes for your challenging.
That'll be right up your alley.
That's very cool.
But yeah, for
Side
now, let's
stories,
talk about
bingos,
the sneak
mm.
peek of side stories, which I
Okay.
mentioned feature
This was the thing, a new feature as well.
to the happenings of the main story, and we're going to see Olimar here facing the camera. Sort of the background of this is that Captain Olimar, the company he works for, is in debt yet again back on his home planet,
Uh-huh.
and his boss is sending him here looking for treasure to help the company get out of debt. Olimar
Right.
is a very loyal worker.
So Olimar's got to do some, some financial work, resolve for them. That's okay. All right. Well,
of course, Captain Olimar was in Pikmin 1 and the original Pikmin and Pikmin 2, as well as Louis, who was his partner in Pikmin 2. Maybe a little bit less competent than Captain Olimar, who you can see here.
less
But,
competent. Wow.
still
Shots
a
fired.
key member of Olimar's team.
Well, and he's got his charm. Louis got charm.
Yeah, no, Louis great. We love Louis. But let's see here. All right, the objective of this mission is actually going to be different from the story.
I was just hoping I can put these. Oh, that's a great question about the Pikmin amiibo, actually.
Collect as much treasure as we can in 12 minutes. And JC, of course, we've got you in here split screen right now, but for the moment, we'll just switch it back to solo play for simplicity, and I will. I still do get to control both explorers, so I can still get Olimar in my party. I can also call the yellow Pikmin, which we're seeing for the first time in this demo, over. And we'll see a little bit of their specialties. So we've got this electrified fence where if I throw a red Pikmin at it, we'll see them get a little bit electrocuted. But the yellow Pikmin are immune.
Okay. All right. Let's go. Let's just zap them some more. I'm sure they're gonna love it.
So we will leave Louis there to keep an eye on our yellow Pikmin while we take our red Pikmin out into the rest of the map. And we saw this creature a second ago and learned that he's got fire breathing, but knowing that we've got our red Pikmin with us, we're not worried about fire. So even if they get shaken off, which this enemy creature is...
What do you guys think of this so far? Chat? Are you guys excited for this? Like, is this... Side missions are kind of cool. Was side missions part of the DLC? I can't remember. And they pulled the DLC, did they not too? Like, as I recall, that was... And then I think they put everything... I think they put it back on the... the eShop, the Switch eShop, or no, sorry, not Switch, the Wii U eShop, by the way.
We hop in this water here. I'm going to swap back to Louis to see what he's up to, and he's just plucking Pikmin and keeping an eye on those yellow Pikmin. So, all right, let's take our blue Pikmin into the water. Again, blue Pikmin are the only Pikmin that can survive in the water. We found a creature in here that's a little bit hard to see.
Son is super excited for Pikmin 3 Deluxe. Yeah, absolutely would be. I have no doubt about that.
To, disappear, and this number 5 is actually the amount of gold treasure, gold nuggets here. As the Pikmin take this treasure back to the base, we're going to see in our upper left the currency.
Only a periscope like in Discord. Okay.
Home planet. So
Don't really know what that means, but okay. Yeah, like this is interesting.
Yellow fence is almost done, but not quite. So
Gives a little bit more value to it, right? I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
oh no,
That sound.
I was not as smart as I could have been, and I
Wow, like not as smart as I could have been. Okay.
There are there's this creature down here that is electric. That I believe either electrocuted my blue Pikmin or maybe ate them, but
Maybe both.
Take them out. Yeah, maybe both. Yeah. I can still throw blue Pikmin at him, but once he starts to generate electricity, you want to get away. All right, I think we've got him. The blue Pikmin. All right, they're bringing him.
Okay.
Back.
It's looking alright. Again, I mean, I don't know.
Back here with him.
You should have all the links in the
Louis
tweet,
got
right?
control of that, so I'm just going to take control of Olimar, and maybe Olimar can find some more Pikmin.
I'm excited to play this with my son. Twitch, maybe the
You know, I
bot
also
messed it up.
noticed that
Periscope.
you can
Oh,
buy a couple of different fruit and stuff
yeah.
like
The
that.
links
And
should
also
all be there. Maybe the bot did mess it up. I'll check that though. Thank you for
think about a map.
bringing that up. I
From my
appreciate it.
perspective, if you have a large number of Pikmin, that really is a defining factor of how much you can grab. Because a large piece of fruit or a large item that requires a lot, if it's farther away from your base, you're not only going to need to, have the number to carry that item, but if you find something on the way back, you're going to need enough too. Like
I might get this. The kids blocked me from playing on the Wii U because the poor killed. Yeah, you know what? You're a real monster. Absolute monster for killing all of your Pikmin.
Is there anything else en route that I could probably do next time I come
yeah.
back? And so it also creates a really interesting kind of.
They just don't want to be depressed by them dying all the time. Well, I mean, I'm sure it is scarring. I'm sure it is absolutely scarring to see them die every single time.
One more time, and I know I can get more out of it. I know I missed that. I missed this. So lots of replay value here.
And I can already tell you, replay value. I've already made multiple mistakes that I would not have wanted to do, such as losing those blue Pikmin early. So if I played this again, there would have been things I would have done differently. But while I've got these Pikmin bringing back grapes, I'm going to switch back to Louis here, just to make sure that I always want to have my Pikmin doing something in this mode, because again, you want to create that high score and get as much treasure as you can. So, alright, we've got this gold nuggets going, and looks like these Pikmin are still working on the grapes. Keep an eye on them. Let's go back to base, because there might just be some idle Pikmin.
All right, we're about halfway. We're 30 minutes into this. What do we got here for Age of Calamity? I think it's a good time to wrap it up here, folks.
Give them purpose, Corey.
Here's what I do want to say about Nintendo, which we've talked about in the show recently. Really, since mid-August or late August, they really have been doing a great job in communicating, giving us something every week to engage them in, or announcements. And I think they're really. I'm impressed with that. I know this is a little bit of it was announced yesterday, but again, also not a huge build-up, and they're being very, very direct about what they're showing. Right? We're showing Age of Calamity. We're showing Pikmin. Those are kind of the things. So I do appreciate also just how I think focused their communication is, and how it's not being unclear with expectations.
Not all creatures are actually small, though. Even though we bailed out of that battle, and that creature was quite small, there are some creatures that are much more intimidating and large that you'll come across. This one included, which, let's get away from those guys. I've collected 327 Pokos or gold so far. This is probably a good point to end for now. I don't.
Oh, they're gonna end it now, okay?
Side stories, let's end here for now. But we've got one more mode that we wanted to show.
Oh, they're gonna show another mode. Holy cow!
Completely different from anything.
I'm debating to resub now or tomorrow. Hey, Evisol, whatever works. Just
Bingo battle.
just loving you anyways. You just being here, I just love. Whatever works for you, my friend.
I think our favorite modes in the TreeHouse, because it gets really
Bingo battle. I don't remember this one. People have talked about this one before.
And the objective of Bingo Battle really is to fill out your bingo card. I'm going to be on the right side, Cora will be on the left, and of course, if you're familiar with bingo, all you have to do is just make a.
Who is not familiar with bingo? We should do a bingo one-on-one class right now. Talk to us about bingo.
Those little spaces, you have to collect either an item or an enemy to fill in that space. Sometimes there's multiple of an item, sometimes there's not. But if you take a look at the two cards in the bottom and the middle, you'll notice that there are the same items, but they are placed differently on each of our bingo cards.
Okay.
And, I'm not as good at this mode as Corey.
So it's just throwing things
craft my
at.
strategy of what I want to focus on first, And
Yeah, I can talk.
Oh, okay. So so you throw the Pikmin to collect the things,
start with only
and then
5
they
people.
are going
Of
to
course, you can customize that, but because we
run the
start with
bingo card.
5,
Okay.
you're going to want to create a larger Pikmin squad as quickly as you can, because the more Pikmin that you have in your squad, the more that you're able to accomplish, and the more that you're able to divide tasks if you need to divide tasks like building a bridge or sending some to one area and some to another. JC pushed the minus button there to pull up the map, which either player can do. If you're ever not sure where a specific item on the bingo board that you want to collect is, it's simple as pulling up that map to say, oh, I need to get an orange. Then where's the orange on the map? I'm going to go get that because that's what I need to complete my bingo card. I think what you're going to see JC and I doing first is both growing our squads, and then you see that we both got bridge tiles on the sides of our map as well. So we've been collecting some of those bridge tiles to build a bridge so we can cross the water.
And there's a lot of deep strategy in here too. While Corey's talking, I'm actually thinking about a couple things. Like, for example, taking a look at the bingo card that I have and actually targeting the corners. If I target the corners, which I probably shouldn't have said that out loud, but you wouldn't normally. If you target corners, that means you have one item. You're able to get like a horizontal, vertical, and diagonal.
How praised is this series? I'm guessing it does well enough to make 3 games and rumored 4th.
Yeah,
I think it does well enough. Like I don't have the stats behind it, but I mean I would probably categorize it probably in the same way as you would like probably Metroid. I don't have the sales numbers right in front of me, but I don't know. Maybe someone in the chat can pull that, but I think it does all right for itself. But now you got me questioning.
My Pikmin can defeat JC's
Pikmin 3. I'm going to look this up real fast here. Pikmin 3 sales.
I just saw one of my Pikmin get slapped by yours.
Okay.
Did they fight?
For Wii U. So I'm on VGCharts.com. Pikmin 3 for Wii U sales. Give me a number. Give me a number.
Which is a triple rocks, which he is able to use and drop on me. So I actually have to be really careful here.
I'm being very quiet about it.
Sales.
And now he just he pointed it out, so that's fine. Okay. Gotta move careful.
Oh, okay. As of December 31st, 2019. Ooh, geez. 1.27 million units. So 1.27.
JC can get pretty crafty at times.
1.27 million on the Wii U. So less than 10% attachment rate on the Wii U. Wii U was like 13 million, so less than 10%. And I think this is the thing when we talk about Wii U games. There are good Wii U games that just happen to be on a platform that no one really purchased, right? I think Pikmin already is a bit of a niche series, but I mean, to the point that was also commentaried here, right? They've made 3. This 4th one's the rumor, and then there is the one for the 3DS as well. So it's a franchise that I think has, don't mind the kind of pun, like legs with it. And I think there is an interest in a fan base, but I don't know whether that really clicks into monetization. And I think that that's probably one of the reasons, if you're thinking about it, they're looking to put out a couch co-op, local couch co-op, 2-player, family-friendly, kind of kid-centric-ish game right before Christmas. And you think about this is the same time slot that we saw Luigi's Mansion come in last year, right? And you had Gooigi as well. So really this focus on this 2-player experience. And if you're using Luigi's Mansion as a bit of a point of sales reference, and again, I don't, we're really just at this point referencing the same timeline or time part of time, right? The end of October. Luigi's Mansion 3. Let's just check our sales numbers on that. It's just shy of 10 million, I believe. I think it's done well. Here we go. Luigi's Mansion 3. Come on.
The water now.
This website is not great, Here we go. They're saying, hold on. And this number is as of March 31st, 2020, is 6.3 million. So in that case, less than 10% for what the install base is for the Nintendo Switch. So
I was staring at your screen. I'm
are these
sorry.
things equal?
I'm down to
I
one.
don't really think they're equal. However, it could give us a bit of a context of where we might anticipate something like Pikmin 3 landing, based on, again, coming out the end of October, a couple commonalities, coming out the end of October, having an install base, healthy install base, being kind of a game near the holiday figure, local couch co-op, and can be done with kids, and has some family friendliness. So, I mean, I would think, and again, using Luigi's Mansion here at 6.3 as of March of this year, I mean, I do think it is safe to say that you could definitely see a,
Really shouldn't be checking this.
6,
That's right. All the enemies.
probably a lifetime on this of maybe somewhere between 6 to 10 million units sold, which is a healthy number, right? Like, no one's going to be upset about that. I understand that I believe the second coming of games for the Wii U, the Switch, because sales, it's night and day. It's night and day. The attachment rate may be lower than 10% of Wii U, but they multiply sales numbers. Yeah. So I think I don't know. Again,
That I just got was
so is this a series that, in other words, the Switch is much bigger audience? Yeah, right. Those things correlate. But again, if in the end you're only selling 10%. If we end up seeing that this only sold 10% on the Wii U and they only sells 10% on the Switch, right, 6 or 7 million, then are we categorizing that as a success?
Yes.
Well, like if you think of a game, like Animal Crossing, where you're at about a 33% install base, if not higher. What if it goes nuts? Yeah, if I'm not a Twitch sub, why am I still dark green?
What really turned the tides there is
That's a great question, and Tim dropped off. I'm sorry, Abyssal. We'll have to try and figure that one out for you, my man. That's definitely not.
And I just
Yeah, I don't know.
forgotten that JC still had that item. So
Yeah, I
well
was actually.
done. You used it at exactly the right time.
This feels so good, guys. Okay.
JC feels way
You gonna
too
go over to
good.
Calamity now, or what are you doing with your life?
One more game.
What?
This one is gonna
Seriously?
be over in probably 2 minutes because I have way more incentive now.
He's working, no
to
issues.
not take it easy. I'm not saying I was taking it easy last time.
Fair enough.
That felt so good.
This
Oh my
is a
gosh.
much smaller stage, so JC and I are probably going to come to a skirmish much quicker than we did in the last game. So there's really less of an opportunity to make mistakes here. There's also just a lot of, again, the map is small, so we want to be acting very quickly with our moves.
Yep. And Corey, again, because Corey pointed out that the map is really small, you're probably going to see us get into some pretty heated.
Yeah, the
Pretty heated battles real
the
quick.
only thing in between us is that really this orange bulborb enemy that you kind of see here that's sort of harassing me at my base right now. So other than that, we can just sort of waltz into each other's bases.
Which scares me because we're so close. All right. If I start this. Come on. Come. Oh, it's a big one. I didn't see it. Oh, run. No. No. This is bad. This is bad. All bad. So many. It's not as bad. Okay. So I need to be smart about this here. Let's just do this. Okay. I'll take that back. Get some numbers. This is okay. Recharge. Let's see
Oh
what else
man,
we
these
get.
bulborbs are just hungry and wow.
Does anyone remember, was Bingo on Pikmin 3? I can't remember.
Something over here, but I know you didn't.
I did
Does
not.
anybody remember?
Speaking
I
of
think I heard Bingo, but I didn't remember playing it.
Oh my gosh!
So it's only nice.
No hate for this game, but we want more AOC news. Yeah.
Certain bomb rocks.
Yeah. AOC. Well, hold on. So more and AOC, right? Isn't she a politician?
He's not seeing that. I'm
Kidding,
just
right?
one of the only
I know she is, though. I do know that.
golden strawberry.
So.
Nope, not seeing it totally at all. I have no
You are-
idea.
Age of Calamity. That is definitely the one I am very interested in right now.
Golden strawberry. You said?
No, mine. I have numbers. But no.
So all
Why
I
are
need
you
now is a
going-
red strawberry, which it looks like is right behind my base, and so as long as oh wow, yeah. So I can give up. I don't need to worry about the golden strawberry because I've got my
He's got the other one.
We're
red
40 minutes into this thing.
sunseed berry.
Okay, let's go over to Age of Calamity.
That was a little over 2 minutes. So
That was a little. That was a.
Did this sell me on? So chat, let me know. Did this sell you on Pikmin 3? Are you going to be picking? Are you going to be picking Pikmin up? Uh huh. Uh huh.
But
What
really,
do you-
all the
what do you
modes
guys-
offer
what do you guys
a little bit
think?
of a different type of gameplay. So we hope you're looking forward to checking out Pikmin 3 Deluxe. Be on the lookout for an eShop demo.
Oh.
Will include save data transfer to the full game.
Oh, nice.
And if you complete the eShop demo, defeat the last boss in the demo, you'll be able to start the full game with Ultra Spicy mode if you'd like that extra challenge.
Oh, that's kind of nice.
So again, thanks for checking out a little bit of Pikmin 3 Deluxe. Don't forget the game itself comes out on October 30th.
All right, demo. I like that.
Thanks, Corey. Again, really appreciate it. Thanks for letting me have that one win, because that does not happen often. And again, I can't wait to play some more Bingo Battle with you, in October. So,
Think you let him win?
next obviously is, I'm waiting for this too, which is Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. So,
All right,
over to you, Kay.
let's go. Age of Calamity. Here we go.
Thanks, JC. Thanks, Corey. Wow, Pikmin looks like a lot of fun. Hi, everyone. I'm Kay from Nintendo TreeHouse, and I've got my colleagues Chico and Kendra here with me. Before we get started, I'd like to acknowledge that we are doing this remotely. So there might be some technical limitations, but we're asking for your patience and your understanding as we work as hard as we can to bring you an amazing stream.
All right.
So today we're going to take a look at Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity,
Okay.
which takes place 100 years before Breath of the Wild.
Yes.
And tells the story of the Great Calamity and the
Yes.
events leading up to it,
Mm-hmm.
which really can only be told through the 1 versus 1,000 action of a Warriors game. We'll start off with a first look at Urbosa.
All right, we had a first look. Sweet, let's see.
Ready?
Yes,
So
I
we
am.
getting the video here?
So,
Let's get started.
I'm
Okay, here we go.
I know. I'm playing as Urbosa right now, as you can see, and I'm actually inside the Deluxe town right now. And then it is a Hyrule Warriors game, so you will be using X and Y button to do weak and strong attack, and then also A. Oh wait, Iga must have wait a coming. Right now.
The thing I would say about
by Iga Clan.
Hyrule Warriors is it also just makes me just want to go back and play more Breath of the Wild. Do you know what I mean? Saying like just go back to that environment, go back to that world.
So to do that, in addition to the usual Hyrule Warriors action, I have to room to counterattack, and I can use
Throw bananas at them. Nice.
this now, as you can tell. But each character can use all 4 different moves in different occasions. So I need to focus on attacking him right now. So I'm gonna let Kay and Kendra talk about what's unique about Urbosa.
Cool. That was a cool move.
Great, thank you so much, Chico. Yeah, Urbosa's gameplay.
Mighty bananas. There's our
really
call out.
fun and exciting, and as you can see, it's focused on her ability to use an attack with lightning. She has a unique ability to charge up lightning, which is represented by the gauge at the top of the
Charge
screen.
up. Okay. Oh yeah.
And yep, she's charging it right there. And once it's charged up, she can actually use the lightning in addition to her strong attacks to kind of strengthen those attacks and do some character-specific stuff with it. She also uses lightning in her weak point counters and in her special attacks.
I plan on playing AOC, then trying to Master Mode. Yeah, Master Mode is tough.
After some of these big attacks,
That was pretty sweet. A little slick move there.
She can charge up her electricity super quick, which takes a lot of skill
Yes.
and a lot of timing, but it's very satisfying when you can pull it off.
It looks good. Like the art style looks good, but again, it's Breath of the Wild art style.
And I just wanted to add too, aside from the gameplay that you're seeing, well, first of all, oh wait, no.
Oh my gosh.
Korok?
Because there's a Korok.
There it is.
Oh jeez.
So cute.
So clearly Koroks are in the stages that you can find.
Oh, and looks like we have our two links are battling over there.
Is already super awesome, and this area probably looks pretty familiar to
Oh,
some
yeah.
of the Wild fans. And it's
the
cool
whole
to
town
see
looks
these
so
places
great.
pre-Calamity. But what I did want to say is,
This looks
fans
great.
look forward to getting more backstory on these characters as well.
Oh, really?
You really get a good look at Urbosa's relationship to Zelda, and also more information about Urbosa's relationship to Zelda's late mother. So,
Oh.
if you're like me and you love to get to know the characters and get to know them in ways that you didn't get to in Breath of the Wild, this game is your opportunity to do that.
Cool.
Right. It's really, there's a lot to unpack in here and a lot to see, and it's very thrilling for fans of Breath of the Wild to be able to take a look, a more in-depth look at this time.
I do like the fact that they're providing more of that context and more of that information. Like, that's the thing that, like, the world of Breath of the Wild, I absolutely, oh, wow. I absolutely love. So it's a kind of like, it's that filler, right? It's not the main meal, but it's enough that I want to.
And she can
Wow.
create different combinations of runes to take out
Yeah.
huge
Whoa.
swarms of enemies.
Holy cow, that just jumped out of nowhere.
In a very unique
They
way.
popped out. That was a big pop in. But I wonder if that's how this kind of game works. Almost 300 KOs? Holy cow. Wow, 300 KOs, okay.
For me, anytime Zelda gets to, you get to play as Zelda and annihilate enemies. As Zelda,
Can you play this co-op? If so, Drool. That's a great question.
Zelda in a Zelda game.
Yeah.
That is a very good question.
Really fun to play as in this one. Nice work. Nice work.
I'm just gonna go back to Zelda because she is my favorite.
She's
And
great.
I know Zelda is great, but
Looking.
I have to
I-
choose after.
This is looking more and more like a game I'm going to be picking up, I think.
After that, you got people. I'm gonna go after that to the location and go to go. Looks like there's a lot of people here.
Oh, I didn't really notice the map. Is it
And for
showing?
people who are new to the Warriors series,
Yeah.
as you can see, there are prompts on the screen that help guide you through the process of the gameplay and the action.
Wow.
But you also can turn those off if you want.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to be picking this up, aren't I? I think so.
So I'm at this location, and it looks like my objective is to defeat the enemies with loud attack. So I think I need to do. Oh, I can't use right now, but I will wait till my rune fills up first. But
Make some noise,
yeah,
Chico.
so I'm going to
Do it.
I'll do that. Hold on.
Wow, what is that? Remote bomb.
This guy's really getting in your way. So as you can see, when you use the Sheikah runes, there is a little bit of a wait time for it to charge back up.
Yeah, I think this will do pretty well, and especially like if we indeed do have
Oh man, that
Breath of the
was
Wild
cool.
2 coming, in March, like I'm kind of
And the third
suspecting.
reason for using these
Oh,
loud attacks was to call forth a certain familiar monster, and there he is.
what?
Oh man,
That is ridiculous.
I think he's beautiful.
Yeah, he's too scary. Yeah, and he's coming after me. So
What?
Bye bye.
Now let's go ahead and
That's it.
let's escape
Done.
to the main menu while we can.
That's
So
crazy.
we're gonna go back to the world map and show some of the gameplay between battles. Leveling up characters, strengthening weapons, and unlocking things.
Oh, man, like-
it is a very familiar map of Hyrule. Chico, do you want to
Wow.
tell us a little bit about this?
Yeah, so if you ever play, like original Hyrule Warriors game or maybe different Warriors game, you might be familiar with how the menu looks like. You will go from chapter 1.
Oh, two-player mode. Look on the left-hand side. Someone was asking me, is it two-player? Can we play co-op? Music. Look on the left-hand side of the map. There is, looks like an depress your L joystick, and it says two-player mode.
I was literally screaming because it was so gorgeous, and I just loved it.
Yeah.
And
This looks really good.
When you
Dang
play
it.
the stages, you collect a lot of different type of materials. So using those materials, you can unlock different locations on the map, like the stables, other training grounds, and even like different dishes you can cook type thing. So one of the things I wanted to show is actually here, blacksmith. So it is a high warriors game, so you will be collecting a lot of different weapons while you are in the stage. Not like
I didn't expect them to show but if they show Breath of the Wild 2 teaser of this, it could be more hype because, I would love for them to show that Breath of the Wild teaser. I very highly, highly doubt it, though. Yeah. Again, would be awesome. Not holding my breath on that one. But man, the love and care that they have done to wrap this game into the Breath of the Wild kind of skin and the menus and the look, like the art style, like we're gonna get a one more thing.
Don't you dare. Okay.
We'll see.
I was worried.
No, use it.
So
Yes, it's okay.
you can use up to 5 different weapons, and you can strengthen. You of course have to use the rupees, so make sure you collect the rupees when you are in the stage 2. And now I have my sledgehammer leveled up to 5, so I can use that. Another thing is the materials you collected. You can make the dish.
Oh yeah, okay, some cooking, right? Nice.
Barb fish dish. And you
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. If we get that one more thing and it is a trailer, like, right, that's gonna be absolute fire.
So I can earn the recipe for chili fish skewer.
Oh, even the sounds, like, come on.
Can be used to give your characters a little bit of a buff before you go into battle. And there are a bunch of different types that have different effects, so it's pretty
So
fun
good.
to collect them and see what they do. Yep,
And
they
then,
also
by
have.
defeating the
Yeah, so by defeating monsters and getting those materials, you can also turn them into these other quests, which you can use to unlock bonus combos or extra health or other such things. But the thing I really like about these is that they have little stories that go along with them. Little glimpses into the characters' lives between battles during this war.
That's the thing that really interests me. That's the story interaction, the character building part of that world. That really, that fascinates me. That's the thing I'm super interested in this thing.
And then they train together, and that's how Link is able to come up with an extra.
Because I think like that's the thing that. I guess the great part about this game is that's the world they're going to build in there. Is to share that story, is to share that piece of information. I think that's going to be pretty. The world building, as you mentioned.
We just strengthened this 200. I mean, sledgehammer is basically a 200 sword type. So I'm going into the training mission where I can actually use this sledgehammer to showcase how the 200 sword or 200 weapon will work in this game. So I changed my weapon, and I guess I can change my tire.
There's the costumes changing. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, you can unlock different pieces of
armor just like in the game.
Progress through the game, and you can equip or I guess unequip them and dress them up however you want.
They look nice.
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
This is
and also
training attire.
And this is the chili fish skewer we just got from the recipe location, so I can use that.
Right, and every character will react differently to the dishes that you cook for them.
Mm-hmm.
And some characters even have favorite dishes, and they'll say something different when you give them their favorite dish. So it's a lot of fun to.
By the way, which Hyrulean champion will I be playing as the most? Shabam. Right there. That is my man. You know what I'm saying?
Live stream, you might have seen the cutscene where it's showing the tower actually raising from the ground. And that tower is actually going to be a base for Link whenever he goes to the next mission. So I think you just saw him kind of like warping from the tower to that new location where I'm going to be showcasing the 200 sword training mission.
Right.
Without
So
a
yeah,
shirt on.
it is a training mission.
Hey! Don't judge me.
I mean,
there's no
the
judgment.
two-handed sword is a lot of
If
work.
anything, I just feel bad for Link.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be honest with you. I actually have to go. I didn't think the stream was going to be a full hour, and I have something I have to bounce off to. Man, I want to keep watching this. I'm going to go back and watch the other pieces and the clips of it as well. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully you have enjoyed this look. Obviously, Pikmin 3 and Age of Calamity. Let me know in the chat or in the comments, whatever. Which one are you looking forward to picking up? Thank you for jumping in, watching this with me on Nintendo Dads. Thanks for the conversation. You guys are awesome. Be well, be good. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.